Year 3, Week 14, beat Navy. All right, all right. Welcome back to another DNS address. And this week, after Week 14 completed, there's only one game left that mattered. Navy, Army, one rivalry, one final regular season statement, and Army did not just win, they controlled it. 37-10. Coach Nighthawk gets his first Army-Navy victory. The Black Knights finished the regular season 8-4. And somehow, they also walked away with both the National Player of the Week awards this week. Only game that played, that's how it works. This is also how you close your season, and that is to beat Navy. Let's get into it. Army beats Navy. The final was 37-10. There are games where records matter, rankings matter, conference standing matter. This is not one of them. Army-Navy is different, and Coach Nighthawk's first opportunity to coach in this rivalry, Army handled business. Luter delivered one of the cleanest performances of the year, 14 completions, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He added 31 more on the ground for himself, and that was more than enough. Daniel Bray added another touchdown. Godspeed helped keep the ground game moving, and the Black Knights controlled the afternoon, and 2 players left this rivalry with national recognitions. Offensive player, Meryl for Army, 5 receptions, 63 yards, 1 touchdown. Apparently, the voters saw enough in that performance that's in the National Weekly Awards, the West Pointer. Meryl is your offensive player of the week in Army-Navy. Not bad timing. Our defensive player of the week is Swayde Griffin. He had 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and a major role in the Army's defense that held Navy to 10 points. Griffin earned it. So just to make sure everybody understands what happened here, Army beat Navy by 27. I mean, there could be worse ways to celebrate, I guess, if you're Navy. Army's defense stayed strong. They were able to finish with 4 sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 10 points allowed. That's probably the best formula Army's had all year. Run the football, make games physical, create pressure, force teams to earn everything. There were some painful moments this season, though. 10-7 loss to Tulsa, 10-9 loss to Air Force. Games where the defense did more than enough and the offense just couldn't finish. But Army keeps responding, and now they close the season 8-4. From new head coach arriving after week 1 to 8-win season and an Army-Navy victory. That's a strong first chapter for Coach Nighthawk. Army's year 3 turnaround also. Army was 0-0 when Nighthawk took over after week 1. His debut, 12-0 shutout at Temple. From there were wins, there were ugly losses, there were close losses, there were 35-point fourth quarters. There were plenty of old-fashioned Army football. And the regular season ended 8-4, and now, most importantly, 1-0 against Navy. There are a lot of things coaches get judged on at West Point. There's one that tends to be near the top of that list. Our spotlight shows this week as well for our snapshot. Number 1, Georgia Tech being 12-0. Number 7, Georgia Southern at 11-1. Number 9, Troy at 11-1. Georgia Southern and Troy will play in the Sun Belt Championship. We'll see how that one works out. Georgia Tech does get the ACC Championship as well. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Number 14, South Florida at 10-2. Number 21, Texas State at 10-2. Number 25, Old Dominion at 9-3. Sacramento State at 9-3. Army at 8-4. And UAB at 3-9. The Heisman race had no movement this week. Our conference championship week is coming up, and now we shift from rivalry week to hardware week. We have 5 teams playing for conference championships when the Sun Belt is going to give us a user versus user title game. So let's get to it. Our Pac-12 championship is going to be number 21, Texas State at number 12, Boise State. We've seen this matchup before, and Texas State remembers it. Boise State handed the Bobcats their first loss of this season, 52-10. They ended Texas State's 5-0 start. Now, rematch, neutral field, conference championship on the line. Compton's number 2 in the Heisman race. Texas State is 10-2, and they get a chance to erase one of the ugliest losses of their season. You could not script that much better. Our MAC championship is going to be Bowling Green versus Sacramento State. Sacramento State enters 9-3, one win away from double digits, and more importantly, 1 win away from a conference title. The Hornets have been one of the quieter success stories of year 3. Now they get a chance to put hardware next to it. Our Sun Belt Championship is number 9 Troy versus number 7 Georgia Southern. It's going to be a good one. 11-1 versus 11-1. DNS versus DNS. Coach Burnett against Coach Bennett. 1 trophy. Georgia Southern's won 11 straight. Troy's had one of the most consistent teams of this year. Somebody's walking out as a Sun Belt champion. Somebody's walking out 11-2. That might be the marquee for game of championship week. Our American Championship is going to be Tulsa versus number 14 South Florida. South Florida gets another shot at a conference hardware. The Bulls started 0-2, won 8 straight, hit adversity, recovered, and now 1 win away from another American Conference Championship. South Florida has proven they can survive adversity. Now they have to finish. What to watch? There are 4 major questions heading into championship week. Can Texas State avenge that Boise State demolition? Can Sacramento State turn 9 wins into a MAC title? Who can survive the all DNS Sun Belt showdown? And can South Florida finish this comeback season with another conference championship? This is a loaded slate. Overall, week 14 belongs to Army. Army-Navy, 1 game, 1 rivalry, and the Black Knights delivered 37-10. National Player of the Week for them, 8 wins. Coach Nighthawk gets his first win over Navy. Now the regular season is finished. Georgia Tech is number 1 and perfect. Georgia Southern and Troy have 11 wins. South Florida and Texas State have 10. Old Dominion and Sacramento State have 9. Army has 8. And 8 programs currently are looking towards bowl season. Before the bowls, though, there's hardware to hand out. Texas State versus Boise State, Sacramento State versus Bowling Green, Troy versus Georgia Southern, Tulsa versus South Florida, and Pittsburgh versus Georgia Tech. 5 conference championships. 1 final opportunity to add something permanent to your year 3 resume. Army finished its job. Now everybody else gets their turn. In the Department of Natural Selection, you select, we collect, built, not given. And this week, beat Navy.